Hello and welcome. I'm Jim Lampert, Head of Global Sales and Customer Operations for HPE OpsRamp Software. And joining me today is Varma Kunaparaju, Senior Vice President and General Manager of OpsRamp and HPE's Cloud Platform. Welcome, Varma.
Good to see you.
Thanks
again.
for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
Varma, it's been an exciting journey for you these last couple of years being part of HPE. Tell me about what the journey's been like since 2023 and what it's like now to have OpsRamp such a strategic part of HPE.
It's been a fun and exciting journey in the last couple of years. When OpsRamp got acquired into HPE, the vision of HPE is very clear. They wanted to give customers and partners a hybrid cloud operating model using all the organic investments that they made in the form of GreenLake platform. And OpsRamp played a very important and strategic role in bringing that multi-vendor, multi-cloud observability as part of the GreenLake platform to be able to fulfill that vision and the mission that the enterprise IT has to kind of deliver IT as a service ultimately to the businesses.
Yeah.
So it is exciting from two aspects. One aspect is obviously the innovation is accelerated with all the investments that we made into the OpsRamp in our observability and our journey of AI ops and bringing AI and Copilot into observability and being able to deliver solutions that really end enterprise IT is looking for. That's one aspect. The second aspect, which is equally exciting, is the ability to reach large enterprise and partner base that HPE has from a go-to-market engine.
Yeah.
As you know, we now not only embedded OpsRamp into a number of HPE solutions that ultimately gives value to the HPE customers, but more importantly, being able to reach those customers and give this vision of hybrid cloud operating models delivered in true results with OpsRamp. So both go-to-market and innovation, both pieces are very, very exciting in the last 2 years.
So that's exciting. So package that all up. What does that mean for our customers? What is the additional value that we now bring to them and their operations as they transform to this AI-based enterprise? How are we together with HPE now delivering more value to them as a combined unit?
Yeah, I think two aspects again, if you look at that. One is being able to kind of give multi-vendor, multi-cloud operation stack across the entire edge to cloud, and being able to kind of discover all the assets and provide, unified observability solution around that and AI ops and automation framework for delivering business applications is one piece of the puzzle that we bring. But because we embedded into HPE's, two fundamental solutions, both Complete Care and GreenLake Flex solutions, now the end customers of HPE who have been on their journey with GreenLake now get this value embedded into their value proposition of GreenLake, embedded into their value proposition of Complete Care, and more private cloud solutions. All HPE private cloud solutions are carrying this embedded value of OpsRamp in the inherent nature of what they are buying from HPE. So both aspects, has been incredible value for customers. Now, from a partner's perspective, we are now bringing some of the value proposition of multi-vendor, footprint for like enhancing cloud physics, which is HPE's assessment tool for partners, right? Now, Cloud Physics Plus, which we are going to release this with OpsRamp's collector framework integrated, now will not only assess VMware estates, but also multiple hypervisor estates and understand the footprint so that the partners can understand the end customers' footprints and give optimized solutions for them.
Got it. Interesting. Let's double click on the GreenLake piece for a little bit, Varma. Expand a little bit on the GreenLake intelligence and how we're kind of combining OpsRamp and GreenLake together to bring a lot more value to existing customers and new GreenLake customers.
Yeah, I think if you look at GreenLake intelligence that has been announced this week in Discover here, the key aspect of that is to be able to give a framework for enterprise IT to be able to get agentic AI across all the domains that they are operating on, right? While individual domain-specific AI ops exist in Aruba's network or storage and the GreenLake intelligence with OpsRamp's observability because of our multi-vendor, multi-cloud footprints that and instrumentation that we are doing, we are able to get insights with the additional footprint that we are giving, and ultimately to deliver that outcomes that the end customer is looking for, optimizing their mean time to detect, mean time to repair, and ultimately give a human operator an ability to investigate, troubleshoot, fix issues much faster than ever before.
Yeah, interesting. That was yesterday during Antonio's keynote address. There was a lot of really exciting things that were announced. And I think you could certainly see OpsRamp was a strategic part to many components of that announcement. Give me your vision on just kind of those announcements, and then talk to me a little bit about where does this go from here? Where is OpsRamp moving? How are we moving and helping HPE move into that next phase of their life?
Yeah. The first part of your question is around the announcements, right? There are key announcements around the software looks, in 2 or 3 dimensions. First dimension is how GreenLake is bringing the entire intelligence across, multi-domain, across edge to cloud portfolio of HPE. That's one piece of the announcement. The second piece of the announcement is the ability to bring Morpheus, which is the hypervisor VME alternative, as well as cloud provisioning and orchestration automation layer, along with OpsRamp observability. That software suite of OpsRamp, Morpheus, and Zerto coming together as a hybrid cloud ops suite is the second piece of the big announcement. The third element of this is to really bring the journey of all the solutions ultimately to deliver the outcomes, right? At the end of the day, end customers are really looking for, quick time to resolve, and whether it is green ops or FinOps and IT ops and DevOps, all of them coming together with a GreenLake platform. So the platform itself is evolving to a level where it can give full stack operations framework for hybrid multi-cloud environments to be operated by end customers.
And how is that, in your opinion, how does that competitively position HPE vis-a-vis any of their competitors in the market?
I think if you look at the competitive landscape in the OEM segment, HPE's methodical investments in their, GreenLake even before OpsRamp got acquired, right? There's a large amount of investment in building a platform, right? Which is unusual, compared to other OEMs, right? Because the vision of delivering hybrid cloud as a service exists for a long time, and hybrid cloud by design exists in HPE's vision for a long time, right? That was an Antonio's vision that edge to cloud delivered as a service. So that's a unique investment that HPE made. Now, coupled with that, the acquisitions that HPE made in the last 2 years with OpsRamp and Morpheus, we are bringing multi-vendor, multi-cloud footprints, which is very, very unique. It is not just for HPE footprint, but it's also for non-HPE footprint. Because of those two differentiated solutions that are merged into GreenLake, HPE is very uniquely positioned. No other OEM carries this level of sophistication to deliver operations and fulfilling the vision of hybrid cloud operations for an enterprise.
That's exciting. Let's talk the journey for a little bit, Varma. I mean, I know you started OpsRamp in 2014. What were some of the customer challenges that you were trying to overcome by building out OpsRamp? And then how has that changed now in 2025? And how is HPE and OpsRamp kind of tackling those different challenges today than they were 11 years ago?
Yeah, I think, from the beginning, IT estate, we always looked at as edge to cloud, right? Infrastructure is not just in the public clouds alone, but infrastructure is spread between edge locations where the customers are really consuming the applications, all the way to the application footprints that exist in cloud. So the cloud adoption got accelerated during the pandemic. Everyone knows that. That's one big shift. The second shift is the instrumentation to understand the application availability has evolved in the last 5-6 years, right? With the footprint of instrumentation now calls for not just metrics, but understand the logs and traces, playing a role to understand how an application is performing is shifted, right?
Yep.
So and OpsRamp naturally went and expanded the footprint to kind of capture that full observability stack. The third area of evolution is the AI play, right? AI machine learning algorithms existed for a long time, and OpsRamp, developed these.
That was part of our pitch for a long time.
Yeah. Those algorithms mostly for alert correlation and alert deduplication to kind of really find a needle in the haystack. When you get a lot of alerts, how do you kind of find a potential signal out of that is where most of the machine learning algorithms were applied in the past. And also, in some cases, detecting, based on historical information, potentially predicting when an event is likely to happen is where the machine learning algorithms did in the past. But in the last 2 years, with the evolution of LLMs and AI and Gen AI and agentic frameworks, that AI journey is accelerated today to be able to give human operator an ability to really give a probable root cause almost to a real root cause.
Yeah.
So that acceleration really is making operators fully equipped to kind of give a solution where, as opposed to 30 people getting on a phone call when an outage happens, to specifically finger pointing and figuring out this is where the problem is. So all those aspects of Gen AI and AI LLMs playing a major role in co-pilot driving operational outcome is where the evolution took place in the last 2 years.
It's exciting. A lot has changed in 11 years. As you look forward, Varma, what's the thing that excites you the most about, OpsRamp and the role within HPE and where HPE is going? Like, what really gets you excited about all of that?
I think the most exciting thing is, in my view, is enterprises' IT footprints, as they become more and more cloud native and AI native, the operations are becoming more and more complex. And, my excitement in terms of OpsRamp and OpsRamp's role in the overall GreenLake is ultimately to solve those problems as the complexity is increasing.
Yeah.
The complexity and the silos are more than ever before because of all the advances that is taking place. And I think we are very uniquely positioned to solve those problems across, not just in observability, but also in provisioning and orchestration, observability, FinOps, and ultimately to deliver an optimized workload delivered to a business, in terms of an application availability.
Yeah.
And I think we can play a significant role with, GreenLake and OpsRamp and Morpheus and all the software stacks that come together to deliver that mission.
Yeah, I agree. The future's so bright. You got to wear shades, right? It's certainly exciting for us. Well, I want to thanks Varma for joining us. It's been a great conversation. I hope everybody just continues to enjoy Discover, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, buddy.
Fantastic.